Welcome to another Above Ruby Studio episode. This is Megan, and today I'm going to show you some fun stuff using liquid embossing again. I'm going to use some frosted lace stickles, and I'm going to use some pattern design paper from Stampin' Up. It's my first time using Stampin' Up paper, so it's pretty exciting for me. I'm also using this really great stamping Cricut Solutions cartridge, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to be scrapbooking some pages of, once again, my beautiful daughter and my cute little boy. I just love this picture of them. You get to see a lot of them, and we're going to have some fun with it today. So let's get started by cutting out the hearts and the XOXO here on the Stamping Solutions cartridge. Okay, so we'll get started by showing you how to use the fit to length feature on the page. And we'll come over, we'll turn our Cricut on. I have the stamping cartridge already loaded in. This is the Stamping Solutions cartridge. Not to be confused with the stamped cartridge. Okay, so I have my paper loaded. I have my Stamping Solutions cartridge loaded, and I have everything set ready to go. I am going to be doing this really cute hearts border. Take it back. I'm going to do the butterflies border, and I'm going to be doing this XOXO, okay? And what I'm going to do is start by fit to length, okay? Let me show you what this says. Fit to length is off. When we hit fit to length on, size dial now controls the length of the object, okay? So we're going to come over and we're going to hit our butterflies. Actually, I have to hit shift. Shift, butterflies, butterfly border. Now, something that has been a question when we do, I'm going to hit this. Speed is on 3, pressure is on 3, blade depth is on 4. Fit to length 11 inches. It's going to cut 3 1/4 inch deep, okay? The 12 inches didn't work, so we just took it down 1/4 inch until it fit. 11 inches is what it fit at. Now, the question that has come up several times when we use the fit to length function is they can't get the border to be small enough. It's either a really big border or whatever. And what my tip is on that is when the button shows like 3 butterflies, it's going to make those butterflies whatever size it needs to be to make them 11 inches long. There's only going to ever cut 3 butterflies at one time. It's not going to repeat the butterflies to make it a full border. If you want to repeat the butterflies, make them smaller and have them be a full 12-inch border, either use Design Studio or Sure Cuts a Lot, if that makes sense. So here, there's 4 flowers, 4 starburst flowers here, and it's only going to cut the 4, okay? So in order for you to get more than 4 and make them smaller in size, you're going to have to weld them together using, again, Design Studio, your Gypsy, or Sure Cuts a Lot, and use something different than the actual Cricut cartridge, okay? So hopefully that helps you out a little bit with that. But right now I want the big butterflies. They're going to be adorable on my page. They're going to cut out really cute. Again, they're only going to be 11 inches, which is fine. I tried to do the full fit page 12 inches, but it has to fit inside the parameters, so that's what we're coming up with. And we'll put this together when this is finished cutting, okay? Alright, now I'm going to flip my mat around. I didn't need to do this, but I just decided last minute that I'm going to use the same paper for my XOXO. I'm going to turn my fit to length off. I am going to hit my XOXO button here. And I am going to make it 2 3/4 inches. And I'm going to do 2 of them, so I'm just going to press it twice. Okay? And that'll cut out. We have our images cut out. I just have to remove my excess paper here. Now, I did not mention, because I turned off the camera before I realized that my XOXO was really, really big to do that twice in that size. So what I did was I cut the size back to 1 1/4 inches for another XO that I'm going to use. Okay, so I have one really large in the size we originally talked about, and then I have 1 1 1/4 inches. So, all right, here's my base paper, again from Stampin' Up. got a little bend in it. Whoops. And we're gonna start by kind of figuring out where we want what to go. I like to kind of figure out where I like my pictures best and work with my pictures. Sometimes I'm the other way around. I like to do my layout and then make my pictures fit to the layout that I created. But generally, I just like to fit my pictures. So that didn't quite cut exactly all the way. I just had to do a little trim in there. So this is my big old XOXO. I want to grab an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock here. And I think I'm going to cut it lengthwise to make it 4 1/4 inches. I'm going to do that going down the page this way. I'll put my XOXO above and my butterfly starting right on there out of the center. And I'm going to do the Cricut to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load this in. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to do this in another video, but I will explain it here. I'm going to load this in. I'm going to bring my blade right about to where her shoulder is. Then I'm going to press the center point button. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my blade dial to 2 inches, and I'm just going to use a basic circle, and I'm going to cut right around the outside of my little girl. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and I will show you center point on another video at Above Rue's Studio at a later point in time, okay? All right, so now that this cut out perfectly in a 2-inch circle, it fits over this O perfectly, and it's shadowed, and I'm going to use it, and I think it's going to be great. I didn't intend to do this. This is how my adventures in crafting just sort of happen, but we're going to go with it because I think it's cute. So, all right, we kind of got off track a little bit here. I'm going to overlap these, but I want to show you some things that you can do to jazz up your paper and your page and your just basic design without doing a whole ton of work. So I am going to take my butterflies. You get the idea of my page here. And there's this blue line that goes all the way across. I'm going to take my stickles right inside the opening, and I am going to just line. They come out really smooth most of the time. If they ever get clogged, all you have to do is stick a little pin. You tend to get a little bit clogged. That's why it's good to store them upside down so they don't dry up clogged and you have a big old mess. So there's my stickled design paper. And now to give a really cool embossing effect, we're going to glue these down so that they're out of our way. We know where we want them to be. I'm going to grab my ATG gun real quick. Run this down the side here. All right, now we're going to grab some of our liquid embossing. So this is, again, a great way to jazz up some of your flat pattern paper when you want to do a little bit more with it. And I'll show you really quick how I'm going to do it. Inside of some of my designs on here, I am just going to emboss them up. This stays pretty well exactly where you put it. So if I come over here to this flower, I can fill in my flower, teardrop it in, and it's going to very, very well stick overall where I want it to stick or where I put it. Now if I mess up, that's my fault, which I did a little bit right here. So let's let that dry, and then we're going to finish out the page, and we will see it all finished in a picture on this blog post. Bye!